Vandalism against synagogues and attacks on adults and children on the street are a few of the 205 anti-Semitic incidents reported last year. This is a drop of 9% across Greater Manchester, but figures nationally show a very different story.
I grew up with these incidents. We would never have reported things like that. You just learn to live with this sort of what we call low sort of anti-Semitism. That can be a daily occurrence. I think one really has to examine the figures, because if I say the figures are wrong for the low rate, then they're wrong for the high rate as well.
There's no question that there is underreporting of these type of things, not just anti-Semitism, but hate crime in general, for all sorts of reasons. But I think the message is getting through to people. I've been a victim of anti-Semitism in the past. I've been punched in the face right outside the synagogue. On one occasion at a petrol station, and somebody came up to me and said, "I'm going to kill you, Jew." But I've noticed the last year or so it has been a little quieter.
In light of the government voting in favour of triggering Article 50, leaving no doubt that we will be exiting the EU, people I spoke to believe the onus falls on politicians to do more.
I don't think it's necessarily Brexit itself that is going to cause the problem. What I think it is that Brexit and triggering Article 50 seems to be taken by a certain section of society as a licence to sort of perpetrate hate crime and to say to immigrants, well, when are you going back? You know, that sort of thing.
For me, I'm always watching what the government is doing, and my worry is really the Labour government, where anti-Semitism has increased greatly, and I feel that that has to be eradicated. But I'm delighted to say that Theresa May has challenged Mr Corbyn only just yesterday in government.
I don't think Brexit will affect that, because the anti-Semitism throughout the continent of Europe, in France, growing in Germany, and in other countries, has reached a high that hasn't been around since the 1930s. And it's better in Britain than any other country. It's just for Britain, the number of incidents have gone to a high. We have to get a handle on that. And it doesn't help when the leader of the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn, has people within his party that he's not taming or punishing, like Ken Livingstone, who hasn't been kicked out of the party yet. That encourages it.
Despite figures of anti-Semitic crime dropping across our region, nationally there was a hike of 36%, and education, I'm told, is the best way forward.
Getting to know one another, living alongside one another, will actually help make things better. I do think as well that, you know, there is an onus on immigrants to try and actually integrate as much as they possibly can.
Because anti-Semites are so effective in their propaganda, even way before social media existed. And I feel now we have to educate our children, not just through religious education and history in year 9, but try and achieve a general education for all young people, together with people at the highest level, Parliament and other people, because I gather even new MPs only know things that they themselves read in the paper. So it has to be the two-pronged approach, really.
Morella Vulai, that's Manchester.